Hey guys, I find that a lot of individuals have trouble with wigs that they purchase from Amazon and different places, and it's a pre-made wig, and sometimes pre-made wigs come small. So this is a solution to your problem so that you can install your wig even though it's small. Now, what you're gonna do first is cut the frontal away from the cap. So you're gonna put a little snip on both sides, on the left and then on the right. This is gonna allow you to be able to pull the frontal forward. Then you're gonna put a little skin protection on. You blow that, put your glue. Make sure you use 4 to 5 layers of glue if you want your hair to last up to a month. Now, you blow dry the glue, make sure it's clear. Then, once that is done, you lay the lace down. When you're laying the lace down, make sure you already measured that this wig is going to lay where it should. Normally, when I install small wigs, I would always bring the frontal forward a little more, especially for the sides. And the side turn is very important because most times that's a serious problem area for a lot of ladies that sweat. The sideburns would lift first. So I will always secure the sideburns and make sure that is very secured. After I finish laying the lace, I will put a few snips in the lace so that I'll be able to cut. I will go ahead and use a tweezer and a razor comb, and I will cut the lace in a rigid style, not straight, rigid style. Remember, once you're finished doing that, make sure you cut the lace to your client's hairline and never leave that long sideburn to the side. It's too tacky, sweets. Like, you don't need all of that, especially if your client already has a low hairline. It's not needed. Now, when you're done, you cut your ear tabs. Make sure everything around your ear is laying flat because, like I said before, your ear tab is a very trouble area. That's the first place that will lift on most girls. Next, once you're finished doing that, it's time to secure your lace to the front. So we'll put a little bit of glue on the back of your hand or wherever you prefer. And then we'll take the tail of your rat tail comb, and that will be your assistance to get under the small areas of your lace as you see me doing here. Now, you must make sure that there's glue on every spot that you're gonna have lace so that your lace does not lift. Listen, sometimes it might be a little time consuming, but you put your best foot forward with everything that you do. Okay? And when it comes to my job, I take it very serious, and I am very much of a perfectionist. So I make sure I catch every spot when I'm installing a wig. Now, back to this. Make sure you use the same amount of layers to the front of your head as you use to the back. Even if you use 5 layers in the back and then you use 4 layers to the tip, that's fine also. But don't use 4 layers in the back and then you decide to just use 1 layer of glue to the tip of your hairline, because then that's going to be the first thing to lift. Okay? Now, when you're done doing all of that, you'll go ahead and get your comb and you're going to press the lace into your skin. Make sure you take your time. If there's any flyaway hair, any hair that you need to pick out, you take that out because you do not want your lace covering any type of hair. Okay? Now, when that is finished, as you guys see, we're pressing it in. You make sure you pay extra attention to your ear tabs because, again, trouble area. Now, once you're done putting the extra glue on your ear tabs, you lay that down. You make sure that is secured. You're going to go and take your melting spray and spray it in the tap of your bottle so that you can melt your lace and continue with your install. Once you're done adding the melting spray from ear to ear, you can use a makeup brush, or I'm using the back of my baby hair comb here to do that. once you're done doing that, you're gonna use a pantyhose, which I would prefer, directly onto the lace, because I feel like the elastic band, it will leave dirt or whatever residue that was left from the last use. It will transfer onto your lace. So I would use the pantyhose first, and then I would go ahead and put the elastic band right over that. After putting the elastic band on, we'll get the hair out of the way from the frontal so that we can reattach the frontal to the rest of the wig. The reason for me cutting the sides was so that I can extend the wig a little bit. The way how I extended the wig was by cutting the frontal so that the frontal can move forward to the front of her head, and then once that is glued down in place, then we will go ahead and sew the frontal back to the cap of the wig so that it will be fully secured and flat. After we're done sewing the frontal back onto the cap on both sides, we're gonna go ahead and push the hairline back so that we can start styling. I am going to remove the elastic band from the hairline so that we can properly do this side part. And since she requested a deep side part with baby hair, we're gonna start from her temple and we're gonna just go in a C motion to make a perfect C part. Okay. Now, quick tip. If you take a look at the rat tail comb that I was using, it has a C on it. That's what I'm going to use to put in my part, and I'll use the correcting spray to define the part. This is my #1 favorite iron. I use this iron to flatten all extra areas once I'm completed with the install and I'm about to finish, and I melt twice. So after I was done defining that side part, I put the elastic band back on her head. Then I fixed all the extra touches. Now this is the finished look, guys. Dun, dun, dun. Now she requested baby hairs, of course, so you know I had to make sure that the baby hairs was sitting right, and you wouldn't even tell that this wig was not fitting her head when she first walked through the door. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I know this was a really long video. If you made it to the end, thank you for watching. I really appreciate. Follow, like, and subscribe for more. Mwah! Bye.